Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to RoarTV. I'm Reese Lawson.
And I'm Ken Loader.
Let's kick things off with some new teacher this week.
RoarTV, and I'm here with...
I go by a lot of names. I'm Mrs. Robinson, but people also call me Mrs. Rob or Mrs. Coach Rob, and my husband's the head girls soccer coach, Coach Rob.
All right, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My husband and I just moved here to Kaufman. It's our first year. We moved from San Antonio area. We have a son that's 2 years old, and I'm coming back into teaching from being a stay-at-home mom.
Nice. And can you tell us what you teach here?
I teach ESL here at the Language and Literacy Center, the LLC. Y'all need to come by and visit.
All right, and how's your school year gone so far?
So far, so great. We enjoy Kaufman and we enjoy the kids that we get to work with. The school is unlike any other. I've worked in several school districts and we have the best crew and the best kids.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Connor. Hey, Reese, how do you like your new haircut?
You know, I kind of dig it, but I want to see what Coach McMahon looks like with his new haircut.
I think he's going to look like a baby. Now on to Pink Out with Kayvon.
I'm Kaufman Butler here with
Mr. McMahon.
and we're going to talk about the Pink Out fundraiser. So tell us about the Pink Out fundraiser.
All right, we're going to try to raise $1,000, and if we do, the beard's coming off. Also, for every $5 that you put in, you get put into a raffle, and then you get to be the one to buzz it off at the pep rally on Friday night or Friday.
Okay. Do you got any personal relationship with your beard?
I do, it's part of me. I don't think anyone's going to recognize me without it. But I tell you what, my wife is going to be excited when it's gone. And it's a good reason, or it's a good cause as well, so she's behind it.
Okay. So are you feeling any iffy about shaving it?
I'm a little nervous, but I've had it so long, I forgot what I look like.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Kayvon. Man, I can't think about what he's going to look like without his beard. That's going to be scary. All right, now into the livestock show, and I think KK's cousin's going to be starring in something.
Hard work and dedication. It's just you gotta constantly care for another species and just whatever they need. You have to care for them. They can't do it themselves, so you have to water and feed and clean for them and work them out.
And tell us of upcoming shows that are coming up.
Right now we have Heart of Texas is this week, and as well as State Fair of Texas. Our heifer team is going, and our goats and lambs and some of our pig team.
All right, thank you, and back to the studio.
Thanks for that, Trey. Now on to Shorts in Space with the shortest teacher I know.
Okay, guys, there's a tournament. It's on October 13th in Waco. Who wants to go? Seth? Disappointed, man. Gavin? Gab? Oh, I get it. Okay. Kaylin, you're gonna win. There's nothing wrong with being the best.
Actually, Mr. Guthrie, I have a dentist appointment that day. I can't come.
I get it, man.
Hey, Mr. Guthrie, I still don't have a piece for this weekend.
Go away! I know. I'll ask other kids. Hey, man, I have a question for you. I mean, your voice is beautiful. You'd be perfect for poetry.
No. Absolutely not. Never. No. Never in your wildest dreams would I ever even think about considering doing this. Absolutely not. Get out.
Hey, man, you have a great style. You should do LD. I mean, all you'd have to do is shave. Hey, Jimmy, you excited for Extemp this year? Welcome back, Jimmy.
Hey, Mr. Guthrie? So my dentist appointment got canceled, so I can come to the tournament?
Really? Read this!
Kate, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Thanks, Mr. Guthrie. Now on to Ag Floral with Miss Wright.
I'm Lexi Guerrero with RoarTV, and I'm here with Miss Wright. So tell us what it's like being an ag teacher.
Being an ag teacher is a lot of fun because every class is different because I teach so many content areas. I also get to meet the students and the parents outside of the classroom a lot, and I get to work with a lot of animals and plants, as well as get my hands dirty and show kids what it's like to work in the industry.
Tell us some special events y'all have done so far.
So far I hauled heifers to East Texas State Fair, and we had a few breed champions that came out of there, a few class winners. We're getting ready to head to Waco for Heart of Texas State Fair on Thursday. We've also done our watermelon welcome, and we're getting ready to kick off all of our contest team practices soon.
Thank you for your time. Now back to the studio.
Now on to the ag shop with Mr. Clean.
I'm Abel Carrillo here with RoarTV, and I'm here with Mr. Deaton. Hey, Mr. Dean, so what are some things y'all are building in ag right now?
What are we building in ag right now? Well, I'd say right now we're mostly working on the skills that we need to establish the building skills. So we have built a few smokers already this year. They were carried over from last year, and then we got some fire pits. I got a trailer in the plans, so when we get to that point, then there's a few smaller things that we'll start working towards. But for right now, we're mostly working on welding skills and cutting torch skills.
What are some things like you're doing in there?
That we're doing in there? Yeah. Well, you know, we've done the cut and torch, the oxy-fuel torch, cutting metal with that. We're starting to get on the SMAW, shielded metal arc welding. So that's stick welding for the layman terms. So we're working on that and then taking notes and learning about the basics of welding. And then in our ag power class, we recently just took off the flywheel, or we're getting to that point, how to use a flywheel puller and how the electronics go to the spark plug and the magnetos and everything else. So
that's a lot of big words.
Right. Sounds more impressive when I use big words. That was the whole point of doing that.
Yeah, it makes you sound very intelligent.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks, Mr. Denton. Now on to Esports with Landon and Clarissa.
Hi, my name is Landon Kelly. I'm here with Clarissa Wren. And tell us your favorite thing about esports.
My favorite thing about esports is that it's a growing community, and now we get to be a part of that here at Kaufman.
And tell us your favorite game and why.
My favorite game in esports is Overwatch, because you get to work with a team and you have to be able to work well in order to beat the other team.
And do you have any upcoming tournaments?
We're actually hosting a Fortnite tournament in room 219. It's a $10 entry fee, and first and second place get prizes.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Now back to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now on to Predator with Ben and Jacob. Surprisingly, Predator wasn't the scariest thing I saw this weekend. You should have saw my mom this morning.
Welcome back to RTV Movies. I'm Jerry Connor.
And I'm Benjamin Pasley.
And today we will be reviewing The Predator.
I cannot tell you how many takes we've done for this movie. So many things have gone wrong every time we try to film the review for this.
Hopefully nothing happens this time.
I feel like it's cursed, but hopefully nothing happens. Okay, we're good for now.
I don't know.
So it was enjoyable. It was fun.
I'd say it was enjoyable if you go with a group of friends.
Yeah, don't go alone. It's not good alone. You might kind of chuckle to yourself, but
I feel like you'd have a very boring time if you watch this movie alone.
Yeah, it's because it's not great, but it's just fun. It's just a really fun movie.
It's easy to make fun of. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. It's fun to make fun of the movie. It's easy to make fun of the movie. It's just a kind of goofy, fun movie. But there were some kind of character moments that genuinely surprised me. Like, you kind of get attached to the characters that are not the main character.
Yeah, mostly the supporting characters. No one, I mean,
Yeah.
at least Ben and I do not care whatsoever about the main character.
Main character was just this bland dude who was just kind of there
Yeah,
to
he's just-
progress the plot. I didn't feel anything about him. Like, that guy's whole family was like, yeah, I care about them. I wouldn't want them to die. But then that guy, he'd come on screen and I'd be like, yeah, you can go. You can go. You can see yourself out. But, like, all the other characters had, like, a lot of surprising depth and, like, three-dimensionalism to them. Like, it kind of shocked me.
Lucius Baked Beans. Only baked beans grants immunity from black magic. Only $14.95. Lucius Baked Beans and are responsible for sudden hair loss.
I was like, these are very three-dimensional characters for how goofy this movie is.
Yeah, they're also like a very like diverse in their characteristics.
Yeah.
Like they weren't
just like, oh, we're all just big buff dudes.
Yeah.
Like, that's where our personality ends. They were very varied different people with various problems, and like how they reacted to situations was very different. And it was cool. Like, this is obviously an action movie, and it's obviously not a great one, and it's goofy. But, like, I gotta say, I was genuinely surprised with how well that the characters, except for the main character, were written.
Yeah, the supporting characters were pretty good. But props for the most part, like costume design and all that.
Yeah, we're good.
We're mostly good.
It looked like alien stuff.
Yeah, except for this like one prop at the very beginning that looked like it was actually made out of garbage.
Yeah, they found this mask in the jungle that used to belong to a predator. It just looked terrible. Like, it just looked like we could have made it. It looked like we made it. In
Something
like,
you buy at
garage.
Walmart and spray paint black or something.
Yeah, it wasn't great. And it kind of bugged me for the whole movie. Like, why does this specifically look so bad? Whereas even the other masks in the movie looked fine. It was just that one mask looked so gross. It was weird. Also, there are kind of two sets of antagonists in this movie. They're the predators who are coming to, snatch up the humans, kill them, hunt them down.
The predator's motive for being antagonists makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of good. Like, I've heard people complain that, like, oh, it's too... It's trying to make it too deep compared to the other movies. But I like the kind of plot twist, I guess you could call it, that they decide to do with the predators.
I mean, it's not like a over surprising motive behind it, but it's understandable. Yeah. But there were a group of human antagonists that made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, they never explained why they were antagonists. They were kind of just mean the whole movie.
Yeah, they're kind of just like trying to come after the main character and
his gang.
Yeah.
But there was no reason for it. Like, if there was a reason, then they must have gone over it for like half a second while I wasn't looking.
Yeah, that's another thing. This movie's easily you can easily get lost in this movie. It's easy not to pay attention to it. Because,
like we said at the beginning, this is more of an experience than like a film. So it can be very easy to just kind of stop paying attention for a while. Like, I remember there was like a whole part where like for like 3 minutes we weren't even like looking at the screen.
Yeah, we were just talking and making fun of it.
Yeah, so it can be easy to kind of lose track of what's going on because it's so much so not really a movie so much as it is like just an experience.
Right.
Which makes it sound like it's really good, but it's not. It's just fun. It's just fun to watch. Like
Bush's Baked Beans. Some side effects of Bush's Baked Beans may include blurred vision, hot dog fingers, low throbbing. Give us a call at 469-732-1209. I'll say that one more time. 469-732-1209. Please give us a call.
It's an experience. Sounds like a great comment, like a great
something you hear before an IMAX theater promotion or something.
No, it's just fun. It's just a fun little thing to do with your friends. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd give it because as far as experiences go, I had tons of fun. It was like a 9 experience for me. I was like having fun with all my friends. It was great. But if I were to actually watch it alone and judge it as a movie, it'd probably be like a 4 or a 5. So I'm gonna like split the difference, call it like a 6.5 to a 7, somewhere between there.
Yeah, I'd honestly give it like a 6, maybe, just because like the supporting characters were really good. And actually brought like a pretty good comedy to the movie as well. Supporting characters and the comedy is what brought me to make it a 6. That's really all my reasoning behind it.
We aren't positive exactly when the next review is going to be up, but we are positive that we're probably going to be doing Venom.
Yep.
I don't think anything's going to come out between then that's going to make us review that instead.
Probably Venom, most likely, which we're pretty excited for. We both like the Spider-Man universe. And
I've loved Spider-Man for a while. Venom's my favorite Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited for that, but see you next time, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob and Ben. Man, I can't stop thinking about those beans. Anyways, on to some weekly announcements. Thanks for those weekly updates. We'll catch y'all next week. I'm Reese Lawson.
And I'm Caden Loader.
See y'all next week.